In a peaceful colony on a warm summer night, everyone was sleeping normally. But one mother had an uneasy feeling at midnight. At 5:30, she woke up and went near her daughter's room. The door wasn't even closed, and the window was slightly open. Her daughter wasn't on the bed. The pink night dress was also gone. The room was silent, no sound, no disturbance. In shock, she immediately called the police. Within a few minutes, cops, neighbors, dogs, and teams started searching, but no sign of struggle, no blood, no hair. The door locks looked like they were locked from inside. Even the dog didn't bark. In this case, the word of evidence itself didn't exist. A little girl from a locked house completely vanished. No matter how much they searched, no clue. Newspaper printed it's a mystery. On TV, they put the parents on the suspect list. But suddenly, there was a doubt in everyone's mind. In that same colony, there was a 14 years old boy. Silent nature, a little strange habit. According to the reports, he would peep through windows and he liked digging randomly in forest. People just assumed he's a kid. Weird behavior is normal. Even the cops never questioned him. Years passed. The case went into the cold file. Poster faded. Even the family gave up hope. But no one knew it wasn't an accident. This was a plan and it was a test run. This case gave someone a thrill. The thrill of control. The kick of committing a crime in silence. And once he tested it, he never wanted to stop. Because he is watching. He is waiting. He won't stop with one. Now his story begins. 1974 in Washington State, at a small college, a girl, after her class, was walking back to her dorm room, middle of the day. Suddenly, a young man approached her. "Excuse me, I broke my arm. Could you please help me carry these books to my car?" His smile was pleasant. His dress was formal. Handsome face, gentle smile. No one doubted him. The girl agreed to help. But when she reached the car, her scream vanished. Next day, the girl went missing. A week later, in another college, a similar incident. Again, a man asked for help. And again, another girl disappeared. The states kept changing: Washington, Oregon, Utah, Colorado, but the method was same. The victims were similar: young, slim, blonde hair, middle parted. Detectives were confused. How is he moving between states so fast? Why he not leaving a single trace? Some bodies were found, but most were never recovered. Around some recovered bodies, there were mirrors, lipsticks, perfume, which meant he was visiting the girls he killed, decorating them. He wasn't just a killer. He was keeping them like memories, like trophies. In one shocking case, a girl was taken out of a library in a broad daylight, a public place. So many people saw, but no one remembered the face or the car number. Why? Because he looked harmless. He could meet us in daily life. He could be a decent friend. He could be a police officer. Even he could be a boyfriend. And that's what made him more dangerous. Until then, no one suspected a serial killer. Multiple states, no connections, no shared case file. But in the background, one man was observing the pattern. In 1974, killings were rapidly increasing. Every week, one girl, sometimes two, were disappearing. Victims in different cities, but profile are matching. Police were confused. Separate state teams were working on their own, but no one was connecting them. In Washington, in the crime unit, there was a detective, Robert D. Keppel, a silent, detailed, oriented officer. On paper, the files look normal, but Keppel see the patterns. Victim profiles were the same: tall, slim, brown hair. Disappearance method almost the same: parking lot, library, dome. Keppel decided these aren't separate cases. This is a serial killer. He reopened past case files. A small detail in police report grabbed his attention. One witness said a guy with a broken arm asked for help near the library. Other witness from a different city, he had a plaster cast and was carrying books. It became clear to Keppel this man was using fake weakness to lure women, a gentle trap, psychological manipulation. He prepared a list: all male suspects seen around campus in recent weeks. One name popped up: Ted Bundy. No criminal record, political background, law student, volunteer in political campaign. But Keppel had a feeling this person fits perfectly. Then Keppel made a brilliant decision. He approached the FBI profiling unit. One of the first times in US history, a psychological profile was requested for a serial killer. FBI experts said the killer is intelligent, charming, organized. He plans in advance. He may even attend court cases or follow his own news coverage. Keppel got chills. Why? Because Ted Bundy recently had worked as a volunteer in one of the police search terms. Yes, he was helping to catch himself and nobody noticed. Keppel bundled all the information and sent an arrest warrant. But Ted had already left Washington. He was in Utah with a change in name and style. Keppel was clear. This man is not just a killer. He's a chameleon, and unless we stop him, he'll never stop. And then a miracle. A traffic cop, unaware of Ted's past, chased him for routine violation. Bundy was arrested. Fingerprints, photo match, linked with open murder files in Washington, Oregon, Utah. Detective Keppel's instinct proved right. A pattern drawn on a paper took a serial killer into jail. But the story didn't end here. Ted Bundy was finally in jail because Bundy wasn't safe even in jail. In 1975, Utah police clearly arrested him. For Detective Keppel confirmation, yes, we got the right man. Cops, media, public, everyone felt relief. But Ted wasn't calm in jail. His body was in prison, but his brain already planning the next move. First attempt, he became friendly with a jail guard, claimed he was a law student, and requested legal books. Spent frequently time in library. No CCTV, careless jail guards. One fine day, Bundy jumped out of the jail library window and escaped. Sirens across the city. Police panic. News headlines full. 6 days later, he was caught. Security was tightened, separate cells, steel locks, no open access. But Bundy didn't give up. In his second attempt, he made a hole by covering a jail cell ceiling vent. Day by day, using small tools, he weakened the structure. One night, all guards were busy with the football game. Ted climbed into the hole, reached the jail roof. Again, escape successful. And this time, for 2 days, the police didn't even realize he was gone. But he was now free, and now even more dangerous. He escaped to Florida, changed his name, a new identity, even changed his looks. Again the same pattern started. January 15, 1978, Florida State University. Late night around 2:45 am. He broke into the Chi Omega sorority house. No motive, no mercy. In just 15 minutes, 4 girls attacked, 2 girls dead, 2 seriously injured, bite marks, blood, bruises. A brutal scene. It's like a rage exploded. Again, he tried to attack another girl in her apartment. She escaped, filed a complaint. This time, Buddy was making a sloppy mistakes. In Florida, he was driving a stolen orange Volkswagen. A police officer noticed his suspicious behavior, arrested him at a traffic stop. In the car, they found gloves, mask, rope, crowbar, and fake IDs. Again, the investigation started. Compared with the previous state files, tools, travel pattern, everything matched. But the most shocking clue, bite marks. Bundy's teeth pattern matched a Chi Omega victim. For the first time in US crime history, forensic dentistry was accepted in court. Bundy's escape door was closed. Court case filled with public rage, fear, and drama. After Ted Bundy's arrest, a media storm started across the country. This time, the case wasn't normal. The Chi Omega sorority murders were registered in the Florida court. But the shocking twist, Bundy argued his own case as a lawyer. Yes, with a charming face in public, a confident voice in the press, a manipulative mind in the courtroom. The trial started in 1979. For the first time in US history, a nationally televised murder trial. The public watching Bundy on TV was confused. He didn't look like a killer. He's smart, funny, and even polite. The media was split in options, but the evidence was too strong. Crime scene bite mark, tool mark, fingerprints. Bundy teeth matched the victims. Doctors, experts, forensic team, all confirmed. In the trial, Bundy started behaving overconfidently. He insulted victims during cross-examination, created drama in court for attention, and the most twisted moment, he proposed to his jail friend during the trial and got married right there in the courtroom. Yes, a live courtroom wedding with a court permission. Public rage grew. Victim families full of pain and disgust. The judge's statement. It's a tragedy for this court to see such a bright young man become so evil. You had made a good lawyer. I would have loved to practice with you. But instead, I sentence you to death. Death sentence triple confirmed. Bundy was finally put in solitary cell in a Florida jail. But even there, he didn't stop manipulating. As his execution day approached, he began giving confessions. In TV interviews, he said, I watched pornography. I lost control. I had demons in me. But psychologists said, narcissist, psychopath, master manipulator. Execution day, January 24, 1989. Time, early morning. In Florida State Prison, the electric chair was prepared. Bundy sat calmly in the seat, face expressionless. Outside the prison, the crowd chanted, saying burn Bundy. 7:06 am, electric current was passed. Within minutes, the devil was gone. Ted Bundy officially confessed to 30 murders, but FBI, criminologists, and investigators says they strongly suspect his connections to 100 plus murders. This case stands one of the darkest, deepest studies in US crime history. And the lesson from Ted Bundy's story, evil always doesn't look evil. Sometimes it wears a smile. Sometimes it even shakes your hand.